All right, says we are live. I still have to pull cards for today. So let's do that. I like the animal spirit for today. He's very handsome. And pull our 3 cards. Ooh, 2 cards dealing with balance. Oh, okay. All right. The cards today are calling for balance, just so you know. Like hardcore balance. Okay, so we have the Panther Spirit for today. Reclaim your power. Look at him. Isn't he handsome? He's gorgeous. I don't know if it's going to focus on him or not. Probably not. But he's gorgeous. So reclaim your power. You have inner strength. It's time to recognize it. Then I mentioned that it's a day for balance because the 2 of Swords, so 2s are always balance. So things like yin and yang, light and dark, pairs of things. So 2 of Swords, Temperance, again, mercy and balance, and the 2 of Wands. So I don't know how much more of an indication you need for like balance, but that right there, that is a call for balance. So if you have been burning yourself out for one particular thing, such as camp, remember to take some time for yourself. Refill your creative well. Make sure you're checking in on friends and family. Make sure that you're eating and drinking things. It is a call for balance. Those are definitely, in order to show said power that you can exhibit, you need balance in your life. That's a major balance pull right there. Like huge amounts of balance right there. So, ooh, Mallory, I just saw your comment. So you're trying to get back into finishing this outline. You are officially at the climax, so you're hoping the word gods smile down on you and allow the words to flow. Yes, love that. Okay, so I have some good news. I got a call from the principal this morning. Well, afternoon. It was like just into the afternoon. And so I have my pre-offer. So I've got to like fill out some forms and send those to previous county and all that. So I've got some paperwork that I need to be doing. And then I am going to be then I'm going to be writing because job, writing, both balance. It's awesome. So, yeah, so I'm excited. But I have to make sure I send these forms in because like until they verify your previous experience as a certified teacher, your salary isn't like, they pretend you don't have any experience until they have verified that you have experience. And that's quite a bit of salary difference. So I need to make sure I get these forms in. So Perez says, yay, school holidays have struck for you. Yay. Congratulations on being off. That is awesome. And Lizzie says, hey, it's your dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Lizzie's dad. And you're going out to eat when your mom gets off at 7. So this will be the only stream that you can make. Well, welcome. Excuse me. Lizzie says, I hate it when there's a stream you really want to go to, but it falls at the exact time that you won't be home. Yeah. And while replays are great, it's not quite as fun when you can't actually interact in real time, but it's still fun to leave comments and whatnot. So, Lizzie says, going to be watching Self-Doubt as a Writer videos to see if your I'm a great writer, but no one cares for some freak reason issue falls under that before editing the midpoint. Yes. The answer to that question is yes. Lizzie says, I've learned at revising out. Oh, you've learned that revising out of order. Ooh, okay. Yeah. That way you're not caught up in like what should be happening next. That's a good idea. CB's going for a quick bath. Excellent. Claude is here. Hello. You're going to be editing chapter 2 today. Excellent. Okay, so since you were just drafting chapter 2 yesterday, like recently, I don't remember if it was yesterday or not, you draft a chapter, then edit it? Is that how you do? Becca is here. Hello. Welcome. And Rosalind is here. Hello. Perez says, I'm suddenly going through writer's block, just avoiding writing at all costs. Yeah, this sometimes strikes. But there are times when, for me, it helps to switch projects or just go switch to journaling and writing by hand. For me, a different medium of writing often helps. So if I can't write anything on the computer, I'll switch to handwriting. Plus, I can always doodle, and then sometimes doodles give me ideas. So, okay, and Wendy says, balance. We're supposed to balance things in life? What is this concept? And Mallory goes, what's balance? We need that? Who knew? Yes. And Kate says, hello. Balance is kind of the perfect thing today since you've got to split your sprint time between work writing and camp writing. Yes, there you go. And Wendy says, yes, balance is a new concept. It's news to me. It apparently went well enough that they sent me the pre-offer paperwork. So, yay. Yes, it did. And Karina is here. Hello, welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's good news for me. So, Mallory says, exactly. Balance is definitely something I need to work on. Yes, I tend to get hyper focused on something for a while, and then I also feel the need for balance. So Elizabeth is here. Hello. You've been MIA, but just relaxing and trying to get some workouts done. How's your back? Is your back feeling better? I hope so. And Wendy says, same. I tend to focus all my attention on one thing and ignore everything else and then get burned out or feel guilty. Yes, the guilt is real for not paying attention to other things. Okay, so Claude says that your process is you outline 25% of the book, then draft and edit one chapter at a time. Then you'll rinse and repeat for the next 25% of the book. Oh, very nice. I kind of like that. It's nice. And Elizabeth says, yay. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's good news, and it just, the timing seemed to hit right for some things happening in my life. So, yes. And Heather says, hello. Awesome. All right. So we're going to do a warm-up sprint and try and get whatever it is that you need to get done, or at least get into the things that you would like to finish today or work on. So 15 more minute warm-up sprint, and then we will move into 25s. That's what we're going to do. All righty. And do I have, okay. I've got a 25-minute timer pulled up, but we can always just move that down. Share. Okay. And Elizabeth says, your back is a little bit better, but that is not, because you're not writing at all. So you started a workout routine to strengthen your back muscles. Ooh, very nice. Yes, that is definitely a good thing to have for those of us who slouch and don't sit properly all the time when we write. Guilty. So Mallory says, yes, and yes to the hyperfocus. And this outline has been your sole point of focus for so long that it's not even funny anymore. You will be so glad when it's done. Yes. and says hello to Elizabeth, and Elizabeth says hello back and smiles and love. Yes. Okay, so pop up the banner. Heather says that was how you were doing things for quite a while. Okay, the 25% and then draft and edit. Yes, the cave troll posture will be banished. Yes. Alrighty. So I need to scroll this down to actual 15, like I said I would. No, I'm not super excited. No, I'm absolutely not distracted by all the things that I would like to do today. Close enough. Close enough. All right, so your reminders. 1, save your document, or if you haven't pulled it up yet, go ahead and pull it up. 2, make sure that you have something to hydrate with. I have water. Go ahead and take a sip. 3, make sure that you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. No more of that cave troll posture for us. And 4, remember that if you need a break, take a break. Those are your reminders. And we can now get started with a 15-minute warm-up sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right. How was that? All the buttons. Press all the buttons. Okay. I made a phone call. I got sort of an answer. And I filled out a form 3/4 of the way and then messed up. This is why you always print extra forms. Either that or you're just extra careful, unlike me, and don't screw up. But yes, so a partial success, I think. Okay, so Heather said, did I already go over this one? Heather tried the same method that Claude had, but found it was too slow for you. And Claude says, I understand that for many people it's not the best way to go, but for you, you think it will save a lot of time. You feel solid with every 25% and move forward confidently. Yes, I like this. Because if you have found a method that works for you, that's fantastic. And you have that confidence going in, and that's great. That was where I said I was going to be back. Heather had to leave the maintenance guy in so that they could fix the AC, bless the AC and the heaters, and let the dog out of your room, and the kid is napping. So there are few distractions at the moment. Just a few. And Claude edited about 2 pages. Excellent, excellent, good. Hello, welcome. And Kate says, I wrote 128 words for work, and so you're about to get halfway done. Excellent. Yay. That is awesome. Then you can have that balance that we talked about and switch modes. Claude says, I certainly hope so. It's the first time you've tried this. That 37,000 that you ended up deleting last month was still hard to swallow. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Maggie says, hello, lunchtime sprint time. Hello, indeed. And Devin is here. Our wonderful Devin will notice that the calendar is actually correct. For a few hours anyway, until tomorrow. And CB says, I switched a couple of paragraphs around. Excellent. And wrote a sentence. Success. Sometimes a sentence is all you need. Maggie says, hello, Devin. And Mallory says, hunting down food, but suffering from that post-vacation crash and don't want to do anything. Yes. Yes, indeed. My mom got home last night from being down in Florida. She was going combination family trip, but also like partial vacation because she got to spend a few days with her best friend and hang out by the poolside and all that kind of stuff. And she is very much napping today. She said she was very tired when she got home yesterday, so she's like, I think I'm just going to go to bed early. And she did. But she's like me in that we both sort of get a second wind at like 10 p.m., which is not great for sleeping. Not really. So Maggie says, I am merging 2 versions of the same story. Excellent. Heather says, yes, bless the AC in Florida in the summertime. Yeah, it was a terrible trying to sleep last night. Yeah, for sure. And then there are other places where instead of like AC, you have swamp coolers, which I did not encounter those until we lived in Utah. And the swamp cooler vent was right outside my window in the hallway, my door in the hallway. And it sprung a leak one time and just like dripped right outside my door all night long. Fun times. Wendy was talking to people. Goodness gracious. Sometimes that is a rare thing indeed, especially in the last 2 years. CB says, I never actually delete words. I just put them in a trash draft document. There you go. That way you always have them if you decide that wasn't trash after all. The calendar cop is pleased. Calendar cop cutting. Becca is doing a tutorial on a program that you want to learn, but it's hard. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Anytime you start something new, there's always sort of like that learning curve, and it can be hard. Maggie says to Mallory, you need a vacation after your vacation. Yes. Eva says, I'm doing a zero draft phase of my work in progress, which you outlined on a chapter by chapter basis to set it up episodically for Vela. You are struggling to stay focused today. So much to do outside of writing. I don't know if you were here for the cards today, but all 3 of our tarot cards deal with balance. So if you need to put a bit of balance in your life and use today as productivity, that is okay. Heather says, I am merging a few versions of my first chapter. Okay, Claude has a side comment. I don't know if anyone watched Castlevania season 4, but oh my god, that was great. I have not seen this. I cannot squee like a fangirl with you. I cannot do it. I have not seen it. I will put it on my list though. Kate says to Claude, if it makes you feel any better, I had to throw away 49,000 words for my latest work in progress. Yikes. Both of those are just like absurdly huge numbers of words. Whatever makes the story better, but it's so much nicer to avoid those heavy rewrites. Yeah, for sure. Maggie says, I think merging takes longer than writing or editing. Yeah, because you have to read both versions, do some sort of editing, and then read it again and be like, what if I did it the other way? And then your indecisive brain starts to spiral. So Heather says, and then I will make sure the first chapter is as clean as I can make it before sending the first half to my critique partners. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's do another timer. I think I like the bright blue, so I think we're going to stick with the bright blue again. Do. Make this big. Okay. And self-promo sprint, which means that if you have something you would like to promote, social media, websites, YouTube channels, author platforms such as Amazon author page or Kindle Vella, etc., anything that you would like to promote in the chat, please do so. Just remember that if you do not have a blue wrench of power, you will not be able to post direct links. So now is the time to promote yourself. And make sure that you save your document. Make sure that you have something to hydrate with. Go ahead and straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for another posture check. And make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Those are your reminders, and we can now get started with our 25-minute sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, that was sprint number 2, which is always our it's our self-promo sprint. So make sure that if you did not promote yourself during that sprint, you go ahead and do so now so that I can read it in the chat. I did manage to I filled out both sets of forms that I needed to, and I have scanned them into the computer, and I have sent one off with the email, so I have just one more to do. And I called two different, well, a total of 3 different human resources departments. So I have done all that, so I think things are lining up properly. Because I just have to do the one more, which is great. Awesome. And I have emailed this other person before, so her email is in the address book, which is great. All right, let's take this off and scroll back up to the top of the self-promo. Let me find the top of the self-promo. Okay, I think CB's is the first. So CB says, I have 18 stories on my fanfiction.net and archive of our own pages under the username pepperonifan1982. And there's a poll on my fanfiction.net profile page. So if you click on CB's username, and the poll is there at the top of the profile. And Maggie says, Vela tweet with links to other Vela writers. So Maggie has been very, very kind to collect names of all of these Vela writers and authors for us. And Maggie says, my Amazon author page with $1.99 books through August for #summer reading. And there's the link for that. And the June Pride Month audio anthology list is here. And Charlie says, hey, hey, welcome. And Charlie, since you were not here earlier, the cards today are hardcore balance. So I have the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and Temperance. So balance is key today, at least according to my cards. Heather says, join me and my usual guest, the fabulous Charlie Dorsett, as we talk about writing, fantasy, pop culture, and other cool stuff during Heather's stream on Thursday, which is going to be at noon Eastern. And Maggie says, Megan McCarthy's AuthorTube Chronic Illness and Disability Tag playlist is here. And everybody's saying hi to Charlie. And yes, that is my tarot journal because I did forget to promote myself again. So thank you, Maggie. Yes. And Charlie says hello to Heather and Maggie. And the Legend of Rune, hello, if I have not said hello to you yet. You just realized that this Stephen Cook, almost tried to say Stephen Cook, but no, it's Stephen King book that you picked up from the library, is in screenplay form and not the regular novel form. Ooh, so you hope you like it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting to be able to see sort of like if it has the movement notations and things like that, but most screenplays are pretty limited in that because they like to leave that up to the directors, if I'm recalling correctly. Heather says, I will be a panelist at the upcoming convention called Necronomicon in Tampa. It's a lovely place. And there is the stonehill.org website for the convention. Wendy says the screenplay form of Stephen King's book would be kind of interesting. I wonder, is it one that he adapted himself for like one of the TV movies, or for even like the big screen? It would be interesting to see kind of side by side, if he's the one who adapted it for screenplay, what the differences were between his regular narrative style and his screenplay style. it would be very interesting to see what the difference for him would be if he, like, and how his brain kind of works with that adaptation shift. Heather says, my Etsy shop, greeting cards and art for writers and lovers of fantasy. Nice. And Cad, our lovely Cad, is here, giving you the reminders and self-love that you need. So, hi, my lovelies. This is everyone's reminder to take care of themselves because every single one of you deserve the self-love and self-care. Make sure you're hydrating. Checking your posture. And stretching, along with all the other self-care needs. As Cad said, you deserve it. And if no one has told you yet, Cad is so freaking proud of you. Even if all you did was wake up today, sometimes that's hard, but you did it. I see your efforts, and I'm so proud of you for that. Keep going. You're doing great. And thank you very much for those wonderful words. They're very encouraging to see. So, and Itanshi says, hello, cat paw wave. Very adorable. And Elizabeth says, hey, Cad, love the positivity. Yes, indeed. And Elizabeth has finished the 30-minute workout and a quick shower. That's fast. And now you're in your giraffe onesie and ready to do this week's spread for the bullet journal. I love the fact that you have a giraffe onesie and that's how you do your planning. It's amazing. And Devin says, my stuff. And there is the link tree for Devin. And here is the most useful link that you will ever find for writing sprints. Is Devin Cutting's playlist. Yes, every day, it's amazing. I'm wondering if Devin wrote some code to go fetch the links for him. But even still, that would also be amazing because I can't write code. It's something that I would like to learn, but I can't write it. So not yet anyway. Heather says, I have been a writer, editor, and artist for over 20 years, and my specialties are copy editing, proofreading, and sensitivity reading. And you are accepting spots for editing projects during Q4. And there is your link. And Kate says, I finished work right on time, so now you can shift over to camp writing. Yay! And Becca says, I'm going to switch over to editing next sprint. My brain cannot comprehend any more of this tutorial. Isn't it kind of sad that you get to, that like when your brain can't comprehend any more of that, you go towards editing rather than fun drafting? I mean, editing can be fun in that you're making things better, but still, my choice would be to go like write something silly. But good for you. You have way more self-discipline than I do. Claude says, I edited another 2 pages, added some stuff on the way, and you are definitely an underwriter. Would I... Okay, so here's the thing. I underwrite because I always think of more things that I would like to add. But my word count racks up real quick. And so I feel like I'm just adding way too many details and scenarios that don't need to be there. But it's a learning curve. Like I'm still in the process of learning. So Just Eva says, self-promo. I hang out and try to write things. I'm on Instagram as @bookend_Lane, but I'm not doing much there lately. Maybe next week. And you say that every week. Don't we all? But my Instagram, what's the last thing I posted on my Instagram? I think it might have been a coloring page, because I think I was doing it on Charlie and then Laura's stream. I think the last thing I posted was a coloring page, and the time before that was like nail polish. So I'm not doing a good job at being writer and writing centric. Yeah, coloring page and then nail polish, and then the one prior to that was my nephew, my eldest nephew, playing a video game for the first time, or computer game. So I think I've got my wires crossed between my personal account and my, but it's okay. Just Eva says 238 words. That's sprint, and you swept the laundry. Yes. Next sprint is all about house chores, so you can prepare for Glory's show. Yes. Glory, if y'all don't know, is glorious. And the Awkward Sibling Hour is amazing with all the friends. And you should definitely check them out. And Maggie says, watered the bees, turned off all the field sprinklers, and went back to working on the chapter. Nice. Charlie says, tomorrow the next episode of Blinded Angel comes out. Yay! It's the first from River's point of view, so the dragons are here. And he says, ooh, exactly. Yes, exactly. If you can't tell, I am a fan of dragons, so yes. It's fun. I'm loving using it, so I recommend it, but I'm not biased at all. No. I'm very biased because I made it. Just even says, ooh, fun, Heather. Are you excited to panel? Charlie seconds the journal. It's very useful and you love it. Yay. I'm glad. Although I'm going to have to figure out how to doodle temperance today. How am I supposed to doodle temperance? I'll figure it out. Ooh, you need to make a sign for your table. Yes. Love making signs and things. And Legend of Bourne says it looks like the book is called Storm of the Century. Okay, and this is Stephen King's. And it looks like it became a mini-series in '99. You were going to be watching it after you read it. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right, so CB pulled the 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords. Oh, so you also got a double 8. So like a double. I got 2 2s and you got 2 8s. Ooh, and the King of Cups. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that one for a minute. Charlie says, yes, Michael, River, and Jules, the 3 dragons in one chapter. Yay! I'm excited. Elizabeth says, giraffe onesie equals ultimate relaxation. Yes. I saw, okay, so essentially there are little dragon onesies for children. And I was very upset because we found them and gave them for the nephews. But they don't have one for an adult size. I was very disappointed. Wendy says, the best part of editing is actually finishing it. There's that. Maggie says, I enjoyed listening to Becca's stream this morning about the masterclass she took, and there is Becca's link. Yes, you can also find Becca as well as quite a few other author tubers in the description in case you are looking for more channels. And Becca says, to be fair, your editing today is writing little short fictions about the characters you felt were lacking in Hexsphere. Well, in that case, it should be fun. It helps you get to know them better so you can thread some of it through. There you go. He says, I've shared things. Otherwise, my last post was a thanks for 400 followers. I think I've gained and lost about 50 since then. Yes. Kate says, I felt that. I'm forever going back in and adding stuff, but then when you write too many slow scenes and have to cut back again, yes, the balance cards, seriously. Like, I need to work on balance so much. Plus, Mom was actually talking about she wanted to do some yoga to get better balance. She said that last night, so I don't know if that means we're going to be starting some yoga soon. Mallory says, I just used my Instagram to post something for the first time since you've had it. Ooh, and it was just some pictures from vacay. That's fine. Heather says, I thought of something. I need to make the sign for my table, and I'm going to have in the art show at the con. You might make it a piece of art. I like the sound of that. Both excited and anxious for the con. Yes. Okay, so Storm of the Century by Stephen King was based on the Roanoke Island myth. Ooh. And it's terrifying, says Maggie. Rose says, I pulled 3 inverses. The Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Ooh. Oh, that's an interesting combo, too. So many good things you can do with those. CB says, I have a hedgehog and a Tweety onesie and an elbow one. Nice. I need to have the audacity of not selling adult-sized dragon onesies. Yes, exactly. Hedgehog would be very cute, yes. Becca says, it's a little expensive, but she hand makes all these hoodies. Ooh, okay. Okay, we might have to pause. And yes, I am very aware that we are... going to share. What are we? Here. Okay. All right, I will share it with it. Megan, hello! You just woke up from a nap. I hope it was a good nap. And Maggie says, oh, I hope the emotional turmoil clears quickly. The hedgehog one has feet. So cute. So cute. All right, y'all. Okay, I'm going to set us up for another sprinty sprint. And then hopefully that picture of the hoodie will clear and I can show that, share the screen, all the good stuff. So let's do this. We are going to do this one. So changed the timer to a different one of HK's because I can. All right. So don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip. Make sure that you straighten your spine or stretch, and make sure that if you need a snack or a walk around, go for it. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alrighty, how was that? So I finished the emails that I had to do. I sent the last form. I've already gotten a reply. And things are good. So there's that. One of the other emails that I had to send doesn't require a reply, so that's fine. And then I don't know if you saw my arm going up and down. I've been cutting, so I'm not doing what I said I was thinking of doing. I am essentially creating the dates for. So I'm putting together the. I cut out the words yesterday, but I've found that I want them to be skinnier than I had cut them, so I have to clip them closer today as I'm going forward. So I have the day of the week, the month, the year, and now I'm working on the days. So just trying to keep things relatively. Oh, I got those out at work. Oopsies. Oh well, that doesn't really matter at the moment. Here's a. Oh no! Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Anyway, so I'm getting some stuff done. It's not as if what I said I was going to get done. Yay. Things falling underneath desks are no fun. I don't know. I mean, I feel I'm definitely using today, I think, more productivity than writing, but I kind of had an inkling that would happen when I got the phone call this morning, because it's hard to concentrate when you're when you don't have when sort of you have a whole bunch of adrenaline and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so how'd y'all do? I hope you actually got some words written, unlike myself. So I saw that a couple people popped in. Okay, yes, so Becca was talking about the hoodies and dresses, which I did go look at, and then I closed the window. But they're very cute. They look, in some ways, the sort of the little rounded ears and spikes remind me of the How to Train Your Dragon, that design. But it's very cute. Very cute. And one of these days I might budget for it because, why not? Just why not? Oh, we're talking about the emotional turmoil. Oh no. Yes, cake and wine here. That's all we can do sometimes. Claude says, finished editing half the chapter. Yay! And you were going to go take a break because you can't contradict the balance cards. Yes, have a balance in your life and have fun. Monique is here. Hello. Welcome. And Lizzie says, yes, I need to finish. Okay, so you ended up watching old talent shows, eating zebra cakes, cinnamon Pop-Tarts, Swedish fish, and pink lemonade with cranberry juice, all of which sound quite fun. And Tessa is here. Hello! So you are waiting on a doctor to call, so you might not be here very long, but we are glad that you came. And yes, glad that you are back home indeed. I close some of these tabs. Tessa says, thank you, Lizzie. You were sent home earlier that morning. Gotcha. CB, when your Pro Writing Aid subscription lapses, you will not be renewing it. You're going to switch over to Grammarly. Gotcha. Tessa prefers Grammarly. It does have its moments, though. They all do, I think. CB has then made the decision to cancel it. And Monique says, I'm currently working on an arc for a minor antagonist. You also still have to write about 700 words. Gotcha. But you posted some thoughts about the Loki series on your blog. I have not watched it yet. Is one of the things that I would like to watch. So please no spoilers. I will try to avoid them if I see that there is one. So Lizzie says, time to sing happy birthday to your dad. All right, have fun and wish him happy birthday as well. Monique says, it's pinned to my Twitter. Awesome. Kate got 204 words for your camp story and finished scene 3 of the chapter. Excellent. Yay. Heather added 47 words and took out one in your first chapter, and then you were closing out some browser tabs. You looked over some of your site and edited some things there. Gotcha. Tessa spent the sprint journaling. Always a good option. Megan finished the personality test for this job. Now on to the assessment. Ah, yes. Those things. Good luck. I hope it goes well. Maggie says, all the cats and the chihuahua are taking naps around you, and now you want one. They do have that influence, don't they? Elizabeth, finish your bullet journal spread and made tea. You also watched Cinema Therapy on YouTube. It's really good. Ooh, I have not seen. What is it? Cinema Therapy. Is this where they? I don't know what this would be. It sounds intriguing. I'm going to have to look them up. Legend of Rune got 142 words, and you will try to write later on today. Excellent. You're about 1K words from reaching your nano goals. Wow. Wow. And you still have more than 10 days to go. That's amazing. That's awesome. And so Maggie congratulates the Legend of Rune. Wendy says, I started working on the blog. And Maggie wants to know how Tessa is feeling. Charlie says, I am reading more of the fantasy fiction formula because I haven't given myself time to finish it yet. You are really enjoying it, but it feels like a luxury to read. But Jules and the cards said balance. So, yes. Maggie says, hello, Megan. Yes, I'm super excited. I still don't know what the schedule is going to be for later this week and the future, but I will keep y'all posted. Heather says, I thought about the table sign. I think I need to ask if I can have my own. Not sure if you're allowed, so you will email the contact. That's a good way to do it. Becca says, I ended up reading Emily Bourne's novella, and it was amazing. She has a glorious brain. And there are, I mean, just so many people on AuthorTube that I feel like have glorious brains, Becca included. So, yes. Yes. Tessa says, hello to Maggie. You're tired but home and seem to be better. Excellent. Monique says, I missed the cards. The cards are all about balance today. So you have the Two of Swords. You have Temperance, which also has an element of balance and mercy. And then you have the Two of Wands. Again, twos are balances. So really, really heavy on the balance today. So if you have not been taking a break, you should probably take a break on something today. CB says 101 words and researching grammar checkers. Excellent. Yay. Grammarly is so basic, but you recommend a pass through it before sending work to an editor. Yeah. Laura says, don't forget to like the stream. And also, don't forget to check Laura's puppy Instagram, Writing with Roy. And Laura's account too, but Roy. Heather says, I love cinema therapy. Elizabeth says, a therapist and a filmmaker analyze movies. Ooh. Ooh, that would be a really interesting combo, because the filmmaker would be talking about the aspects of cinematography and making things like the lighting and the shot and everything, and the therapist would be going, no, you're putting these actors, one, you're doing horrible things to actors, or like you're portraying horrible things. Ooh, interesting. Or really good things, I mean, depending, but mainly probably horrible. For example, the one you're watching on now is their take on runaway bride and commitment issues. CB says Pro Writing Aid was getting glitchy too. Oh no. Heather says I need to see this particular episode. It sounds fascinating. Maggie says I use 3 grammar programs on each manuscript. The programs don't always agree, so it makes editing interesting. Yeah. You got to find a balance between them. All the balances. You think it's kind of fitting with your writing. Excellent. Good. When it hits right, it's good. And Heather says, yep. You have to balance humbling your antagonists and not elevating them, so to speak. Yes. Yes, this is a thing too. Elizabeth says, it's so cool. They also discuss what possible mental disorders a villain or a hero could have and what their therapy could be, and it's done in a really respectful way. And I love the fact that you just hear, and I'm assuming on the on cinema therapy as well, that they discuss the mental issues of both the villain and the hero, and it's not just aimed solely at the villain. Which is very good. I wonder if anyone has done cinema therapy with the MCU yet. My guess is probably. Heather says those guys on cinema therapy are also old college buddies, which makes it a nice dynamic. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So yes, they have done the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and you have watched them all. Sako, hello, welcome. I think at this point we're just chatting till the end. So we managed to get 3 sprints in today. That's good. I feel like I talked too much again. CB says, ooh, excellent. Yay. Definitely good channel. I'm loving that y'all recommend channels to me. I'm like, ooh, this sounds good. Let's the Loki video is awesome in so many ways. Okay. Excellent. Yeah. You haven't watched Loki or WandaVision or off the top of my head. I should know this because I did take a look at Devin's playlist today, I promise, and it just went right out the other ear. But here's Devin's playlist so that you can find all of the YouTube streams that are writing geared. So don't forget Glory. Glory Writes the Blues is her channel name, and I think she's this. Is she listed in the description? I think she is. I may have to check. But there are awesome YouTubers in the description as well as in Devin's playlist. So make sure that you like and subscribe to the ones that you enjoy. And I will see y'all on Wednesday, because I think that's the next time. Yeah. So Wednesday 1 to 3, and then Friday 1 to 3 if nothing changes. And I will be here on Sunday 2 to 5. So thank you very much, and I will see y'all later. Bye.